3 seconds. That's all it takes for the white fog of Mount Kuro to swallow a man whole. The villagers say the mist doesn't just blind you, it copies you. Centuries ago, in a secluded mountain village, a young woodcutter named Ren lived under the thumb of a ruthless village elder. The winter was brutal, the wood supply was gone, and the village was freezing. The elder, warmed by his massive hearth, pointed a trembling, greedy finger toward the forbidden peak. "Go up the mountain," he demanded. "Bring back the sacred cedar, or your family starves tonight." Ren knew the stories. No one who ascended into the white fog ever came back down. But looking at his shivering, trailing sister, he had no choice. He grabbed his axe and stepped into the freezing dark. The air became thick, smelling faintly of old iron and wet earth. Within an hour, the world vanished. A blinding, suffocating fog rolled over the ridges, wrapping around Ren like a cold shroud. He could barely see his own hands. Every step felt heavy, the silence so absolute that the crunch of snow beneath his boots sounded like breaking bones. He found the sacred grove. His axe struck the ancient wood. Thud, 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 echoing violently into the mist. He chopped frantically, tying the heavy logs to his sled. He just wanted to leave. But as he turned to face the path down, the wind died completely. The silence returned, heavier this time, and then from the white void behind him, he heard it. Ren. It was his sister's voice. Soft, shivering, just a few feet away in the mist. "Ren, I'm so cold. Help me." Ren froze. His heart hammered against his ribs. His sister was miles away, safe in the valley. "It's the mountain," he reminded himself. "Do not answer." He gripped his axe tightly and began walking faster, pulling the heavy sled behind him. "Ren, why are you ignoring me?" The voice was closer now, right at his shoulder. But the tone had changed. It was still his sister's words, but the pitch was flat, robotic, like a bird mimicking a sound it didn't understand. Ren broke into a jog. The fog seemed to tighten around his throat. He tripped over a hidden root, crashing hard into the frozen dirt. The sled overturned, scattering the wood. As he scrambled to his feet, he looked up into the whiteness. Standing just 5 feet away was a silhouette. It had the exact height, the exact clothes of his little sister. But it wasn't moving. It stood perfectly rigid, its arms dangling unnaturally past its knees. "Get away from me!" Ren screamed, swinging his axe into the empty air. The silhouette didn't flinch. Instead, its head snapped violently to the side with a loud, wet crack. And then, it spoke again. But this time, it wasn't his sister's voice. It was the village elder's voice. "Bring back the wood, Ren, or they starve." The creature stepped forward. The fog parted just enough for Ren to see its face. It had no eyes, no nose, just a smooth, pale expanse of skin, except for a massive, jagged mouth that stretched from ear to ear, smiling a horrific, empty grin. Terrified, Ren didn't look back for the wood. He ran. He sprinted blindly down the steep slope, sliding through the snow, gravity pulling him down as the creature's laughter echoed from every direction at once. The laughter sounded like dozens of different village voices, all mocking him in unison. Bursting through the fog line, Ren tumbled into the valley. Panting, covered in bruises, he wept with relief as he saw the torches of his village ahead. He had survived. He ran straight to his family's small hut. He threw open the door, desperate to hug his sister and tell her they had to leave this cursed place. The hut was warm, the fire was roaring. Sitting by the hearth was the village elder, smiling kindly. Next to him was Ren's little sister, serving him hot tea. Ren gasped, backing away. You're here?" How? The elder looked up, his eyes warm and comforting. Slow down, Ren. You've been gone for hours. We were worried. Ren looked at his sister. She smiled at him. But as she turned her head to pour more tea, Ren froze. Her arms hung just an inch too low, and behind her neck, hidden beneath her hair, he heard a tiny faint sound. Thud. 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 The sound of an axe striking wood. The elder leaned forward, his smile widening just a little too far. You should have stayed in the fog, Ren. It's much warmer down here.